Johnson & Sons of Omaha, Nebraska, packers of America's best-known brand of canned and frozen poultry, presents the exciting television game, The Name's the Same. Now, let's meet our panel of famous names. One of America's best-known sports commentators, Bill Stern. Famous radio and television actress, Joan Alexander. Bright young comedian of the show of shows, Carl Reiner. And your host and moderator, another famous name, Robert Q. Lewis.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome once again to The Name's the Same. Tonight, as usual, you're going to meet some people who have very famous names. Names the same as celebrities, places, and things that we all know. What is this blessed thing? Bonnet for Robert Q's Barbecues. We have a sweetest sponsor in the world. I don't know how the guy knows about it. One thing I do love are barbecues this particular time of the year. I don't know about you, but getting out and charcoal broiling at this time of the year, well, there's just nothing like it. May I make a suggestion to you? You may be missing something real good if you have not had barbecued chicken. Show and meet our first guest with a famous name. Hi. How do you do? I hope my barbecue hat is not in the way here.
No.
May I ask where you're from?
Cresskill, New Jersey.
Uh-huh. And what do you do?
I go to school there.
Do you? Well, you're a very pretty young lady. It's true, of course, that you have a famous name. If you don't mind, I'm going to refer to you as Miss X from now on, just so we don't give away your name by accident. We're submitting, or rather for submitting this name to us, we're sending $10 to Miss Geneva Carey of Painted Post, New York. Is she a friend of yours?
She's a friend of my mother's.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Painted Post, New York.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Let's let our home audience see your famous name. Now, on the level, this is your name, isn't it?
Yes,
We have
it
checked birth certificates, other verifications. Every one of the names we use, as a matter of fact, is as authentic as we can hope that it would be. Panel, once again, let's cross-examine Miss X here, see if we can find out what her famous name is. Again, 10 questions apiece. Miss X, you may answer yes or no. If you panelists lose or use up your questions, you pay Miss X your check for $25. Bill Stern, good to see you, and why don't you start?
All right, are you living?
Yes, I am.
Are you a woman?
Yes.
You are. Are you an American?
Yes.
Are you connected with the theatrical industry?
Yes.
I'll pass.
All right, 10 questions, Carl.
Would you be considered a leading lady?
Yes.
Did your primary fame come from the motion picture industry? Working in motion pictures?
Yes.
Yes.
You're a leading lady. Are you blonde?
Yes.
You are? No, there's only about 41,000 blonde leading ladies. You are blonde. Are you currently appearing in a movie now on Broadway or in
Well, what blonde isn't? Yes.
Yes.
You are. Would you be considered the curvaceous type rather than the more sedate leading lady?
Curvaceous as opposed to sedate? Oh, I would hardly think so. I would say this was one of the more sedate of the... Any time she wants to date? No, this would be curvaceous.
Curvaceous?
Yes.
I've got 5 left.
Yes.
I pass.
Are you noted for anything besides your movie work?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. The lady has done a great deal of charity, but she's not known primarily for it.
Are you married?
No.
Are you engaged?
I don't know. I hope not.
Well, are you going steady with someone?
Yes.
You mean it? Look at this fellow. He's absolutely
darling.
Come on. You are going steady with someone. Is this somebody famous?
Yes.
Is he famous in the entertainment world?
They're very anxious back then.
They're hysterical.
Yes, in the broad sense, he is in the entertainment
Famous
world.
in sports?
Yes.
Baseball?
Oh, you've got it.
Yes.
Now, what are you prolonging the agony for?
Well, now, who could this be? Could it be beautiful blonde Marilyn Monroe?
It certainly could. I have a hunch, and I may be wrong, Carl, that you had this practically sewed up when you passed to Joni. Well, I had a hunch. Why? No nerve tonight.
I don't know. If he had Marilyn Monroe sewed up, he wouldn't be here.
He wouldn't have passed to you, at any rate.
I couldn't even guess her. She's so beautiful. I couldn't say her name.
Now, this Marilyn over here, do you just have all the fun in the world with that name?
Yes, I do.
I'll bet you do. And you know something?
But
You're just about as pretty. You're just as pretty as you can be, darling. And you go on over there and meet our panel and collect 2 checks for $25 each, total of $50. And thanks so much from Swanson for playing the names the same. Now let's meet our next guest with a famous name. Let's get our preliminaries over with. Where are you from, sir?
Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, and your occupation?
Pharmacist.
Pharmacist. All right, we know you've got a famous name. Let's let our home audience see this gentleman's famous name. We're sending $10 to Mrs. Mildred Gelbach of Irvington, New Jersey, for submitting this name to us. Panel, this is a rather interesting one. Do you remember our rules? Mr. X, you may answer yes or no. All right. Joni, will you start this round?
Are you living?
No.
Were you ever living?
Yes.
Were you in the arts?
Yes.
I pass.
Were you connected with a theater?
No.
You were living. Did you live within the past 100 years?
No.
Within the past 500 years?
Yes.
Yes.
I pass.
All right, Carl, 10 questions.
Well, we've got 400 years we have to fill in there. In the past, let's say in the past 300 years.
No.
It's in between 4 and 5, then. Or between 1 and 3.
Between 3 and 5.
Oh, I'm going to forget that. Well, let's find out what he did. Were you, he was not in the entertainment arts. Were you an author?
No.
The gentleman wrote, but you would not know him primarily for his writings.
I see. Well, would he have ever painted?
Yes.
He did paint.
Yes.
Now I should find out where he painted.
You have 7 questions to do it in.
And I'm going to do it.
All righty.
By gum. Did he paint? Is he originally from one of the Romance-speaking countries?
Yes.
Is he from France?
No.
No, I will not pass. I have 5 questions, and was he from Italy?
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm not. Did he ever paint a famous chapel?
Yes.
Was it the Sistine Chapel?
Yes.
Your name is Michelangelo.
You're right. Did you have that, Joan?
All the time I was shouting at him to pass, I was sure it was Leonardo da Vinci.
Well, good try. Anyway, very good, Carl. Very good pinning down. Excellent. Mr. Angelo, you must yourself have a great deal of fun with that name.
We do.
I'll bet you do. I'll bet you do indeed. Well, now, sir, you go on over there and meet our panel. You pick up 2 checks, each for $25. Thanks a lot from Swanson for playing the names this
Thank you.
Sometimes I am amazed by this program. Some one of my friends may miss a show once in a while, and they will say, now, who did you have on last night? I'm going to have a ball tomorrow. I'm going to say, well, we started with Marilyn Monroe, followed with Michelangelo. Well, it's a lot of fun. We have a thing on our show called the I'd Like to Be portion. And here to play I'd Like to Be with us this evening is a very lovely star of motion pictures and the nightclub entertainment field, Miss Gloria DeHaven. Well, thank you. It's good to see you.
Thank you very
Welcome
much.
home to New York.
Thank you.
I know you were just out in Vegas a little while ago.
That's right.
Good, good.
Kept my money, though.
Has TV started out in Las Vegas yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet, Gloria. I know they're all pretty anxious to get going out there. Well, I think you're going to have some fun with a panel, Gloria. Before the show started, Gloria DeHaven told us who she might like to be, just in fun, of course, if she were not herself, and I can't think of anyone you should rather be, believe me.
Do you have time for some quick cash? Things We Buy is America's premier buyer of fine timepieces. Things We Buy needs your fine wristwatches like Rolex, Patek Philippe, chronographs, and even watches that no longer keep time. The watch experts at Things We Buy will quote their top dollar and pay high prices to you fast. Call or go online now to find out how easy it is to get cash for your unwanted watches.
I needed money fast. I sent my old watch. I got a check in less than a week.
We're different from antique roadshows because here at Things We Buy, we actually buy your jewelry and we pay you cash immediately.
Who knew a broken watch could fetch so much money? Things We Buy does all the work. All I had to do was go to the bank and cash the check.
Cash that you can use now. This is your chance to turn your old watches into cash today at Things We Buy. Call now or visit thingswebuy.com.
Welcome to Progressive.com. Ah, I see you have a list.
So I only pay for the features that I need.
So let's customize your policy.
It's me.
Now just add or subtract what you need.
I want lots of coverage, a little less, a low deductible, and roadside assistance. That was easy.
Your satisfaction is our policy. It's a little insurance joke. Really little. There it goes.
Getting the policy and the price you want. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
All right, panel, let's see if we can find out who it is Gloria DeHaven would like to be. Let's let our home audience see that famous name. Panel, we play the same as before. The loser's checks go to Gloria's favorite charity. You've just gotten back from Las Vegas?
That's right.
Favorite charity is probably Gloria DeHaven. All right, let's start this round with Bill Stern. Bill?
Gloria, this person that you want to be, is she, I take it, is a she, is that correct?
That's correct.
Is she living?
No.
Was she connected with the entertainment business?
No.
She wasn't? Did she ever live?
Yes.
She was a real person?
Yes.
I'll pass.
All right, Bill. Carl Reiner.
Do you resemble this person physically at all?
I would say they're a basic,
Well, I realize that.
Would that be a safe assumption?
Yes, Jeff.
Thank you.
Well, can I pin it down further and say, I'll ask Robert Q, is she prettier than this person or less pretty than this person?
Well, now, there's no one prettier than Gloria DeHaven at this particular moment.
All right.
No, that's really an irrelevant and immaterial question.
All right.
All right, sir.
But I lost it. I lost it anyway. They shouldn't count for irrelevant ones. This person, did she live in this country?
No.
No.
Was she a European?
No.
I'll pass.
Did we establish whether she was in the arts?
No, we did not.
Yes, we did. She wasn't.
She was not in the arts.
No, I don't think we could assume that she was in the arts.
Was she in politics?
No.
She was
No.
not in politics?
No.
Was she in any sense notorious?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, now,
You say that in a rather... She says that in a rather juicy way.
no, darling.
No.
No.
No. All right. No.
No, I would not consider her notorious.
No.
No.
She traveled.
You see,
traveled with
Gloria
her.
didn't know her as well as I did.
She was a good person at heart.
Will you
Oh,
continue, Miss Alexander? You have 8 questions.
You travel with a more conservative crowd, I think. I have 8 questions. Well, I'm going to pass.
All right, Bill, 6 questions.
We haven't established when you lived yet, have we?
No.
Did you live over 1,000 years ago?
Yes.
Did you live in biblical times?
Yes.
Are you in the Bible?
Yes.
Were you famous for your beauty?
No.
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 You have 2
Were you-
questions, Bill.
I have 2 questions. Were you famous for your attractiveness to men?
Yes. I would think so.
No? Bob says no.
We might be misleading them, but let's say yes.
Well, I can only say yes or no.
I don't think that would be a primary claim to fame.
No, I was wrong. No.
You were not famous primarily
No.
for that. I have 1 question left. I'll pass to Carl. Now that
All
I
right,
said that,
Carl,
you can't
6
miss.
questions.
I'm confused. Would it help me to know what country you were connected with or you lived in?
It might help you, but I doubt it.
Nothing will help me, you mean. Is that what you're getting at?
No,
Say
there
it.
again.
Why should I your money go. No, we should say that it might help. I think we could say it might help.
Well, I'm not going to try if it's just might going to help. Did this person, was she known, did she ever dance?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Again, she says pass. And if you have Leonardo da Vinci again, it's not right. It just isn't. All right, I'll pass because I'm a gentleman.
All right, Joan, 8 questions.
And I don't know it.
Has there ever been an opera written about you?
In
conjunction with somebody else?
Not that I know
Not
of.
to my knowledge.
Not that I know of.
And my knowledge does not go very far.
I was thinking of Samson and Delilah.
No.
You see, I'm off again. Oh, dear. Well, I passed. You've got one question.
Yes,
you
I
can
have. I'll
vote.
go the whole way. Are you Cleopatra?
No?
No, that she was...
Remember, all right, go ahead. Carl, 5 questions.
Are you mentioned in the Bible, Old or New Testaments?
Yes.
You are mentioned in the Bible. Were you somebody's daughter? Naturally, you were somebody's daughter. Wait a while. Just a moment. What
would you like to ask your next question?
But he didn't. I didn't hear the answer to that question. What was the answer?
To what question was that?
Was she somebody's daughter? Somebody famous?
No.
Come on now.
Nobody famous.
No, you didn't give it to me.
I did. I said not naturally at all.
I'll pass.
Eve. Right.
I want to pay only half.
As a matter of fact...
I think a girl should get it. I think it's so mistake.
Thank you, Gloria.
Well, I let her get it.
Well, I think you did very well with that. As a matter of fact, this is a rather difficult personality to get, but I think you did rather well.
I meant
very well.
She must have been very, very pretty, at least for the only guy around.
What do you mean pretty?
That would not be her primary claim to fame, Carl. Gloria, it's wonderful seeing you again. You look just beautiful as you can. You go on over there, say hello to the kids, pick up your checks, and thanks for Swanson.
No, let's take $235.
Now let's meet our next guest with a famous name. Thank you, my dear. Now, where do you come from?
Homestead, Pennsylvania.
Homestead, Pennsylvania. And may I ask what you do there?
Housewife.
Are you? Good for you. Well, now we know you've got a famous name. Let's let our home audience take a gander at it. Once again, I'd like to point out that we have checked the authenticity of the lady's name. This is her name. Panel, you remember our rules? Miss X, you remember you may answer yes or no. Let me tell you this, panel, once again. Miss X's name is a thing. A thing. Let's start off with Carl Reiner.
Oh, a thing. Miss Thing, is this thing which you are, would this be considered a useful thing?
Could be.
Yes, very definitely useful.
Would you find it indoors?
I think so. Very generally indoors, indeed.
Would I likely to have one of these in my New... I didn't ask my question yet, please. Would I have one of these in my, say, my New York apartment?
Oh, looking at you, Carl, well, no, I frankly doubt that very much.
How do you know what I have in my apartment?
Well, how large is your apartment?
Well, I have crazy things like a musical linen closet, all kind of crazy things. All right, I wouldn't, though. Oh, all right. Would this thing more likely be found in a bigger place?
Yes, I think so. You mean larger than a New York apartment?
That's right.
We have finally supplanted bread box. On a panel. Go ahead.
Would this thing be expensive or costly to operate or run?
I think so.
It would be.
Yes, it would.
Oh, well, would the man of the house likely to be stuck with taking care of this thing?
The man of the house would
think so.
have to take care of it.
Would this thing at all in any way help keep the house warm on a chilly night?
I think it very definitely would help keep the house warm, don't you, Miss X?
I think so.
I would, yes, indeed.
If this thing, whatever it is, were to cool off in the middle of the night, say... Oh, what a sneaky audience.
No.
Well, let me ask. Would you have to go down and shovel coal and something like that?
No, you would not.
Well, you're not Leonardo da Vinci or a furnace or anything like that.
Joni, 10 questions.
Is this thing used essentially for industrial purposes?
Say not for industrial.
No. Well, then, is it used more for relaxation or recreation?
Yes, very definitely more for relaxation.
Well, you mentioned something about giving off heat. Would you say fat men... Do fat men use these? I think, yes.
Yes, matter of fact, quite frequently.
Yes. Would this be considered generally a healthful way of losing weight?
Very definitely no. Very definitely not.
I never got so much recognition for so little. I don't know what I said. I pass.
All right, Bill, 10 questions.
Do we, all of us, own one of these things, whatever it is?
I doubt it very much.
Well, now, just a moment. No, we do not. We do not happen to own one of these things.
Is this thing which we are trying to identify, is this human?
Partly.
Hardly.
Partly human. Does that mean it is more than one human?
It means that it is more than one human, and we have approximately 2.5 minutes, panel.
It's a group. It's more than one human.
That is correct.
Do these humans, whatever they are, do they have anything in common with each other?
Of course they do.
Yes.
Of course.
And we find them in the house.
Well, I say you might find them in the house. You might also find them out of doors.
Well, if they have something to do with each other, would it be a sport of any kind?
No, not.
This would not be a team or anything like that.
No, I don't think you would call it a team.
All right, I'll pass.
All right, Carl, 2 questions.
Is it a group of people?
It is.
Yes.
1 question. 1.5 minutes to go.
The only groups I know are you like a mob? You don't look like a mob, but you're one of a mob.
Well, are you passing, Carl?
I asked if I'd take it away. I said it was a mob.
Oh, all right. Joan Alexander.
Are you anything like twins or triplets or anything like that?
No.
No. Oh, you're not like twins.
Although the group might be in part composed of such groups, although I don't know.
Must be a baseball team.
No, he's
I pass.
All right, Bill, 5 questions.
Well, how about the word group? Are you a group?
No.
You are not
Why don't we try if I can give you a little assistance here to determine what comprises the group? Either...
All right, let's find out. There are more than 2, we know that. Are
Yes,
these
more than
of the
2.
male sex?
No.
Females?
Yes.
We have 30 seconds. You have 3 questions, Bill.
Trying to think of... I'll pass to Carl.
All right, Carl. No, Carl's out. Joni, 5
Can I
questions.
just say hello?
I don't know anything. Of the female sex, is it babies or grown-ups? Babies? Grown-ups. Grown-ups? Grown-up female.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to call time.
He's got it. A hen party?
No. This lady's name is A. Harem.
Oh, my.
And Carl, next time you're in your coal shoveling mood.
Oh, my.
Let me know.
Harem.
Well, I bet, what does the A stand for, Miss Harem?
Artemis.
Artemis Harem. Well, what a pretty name, and you must have some fun with that one yourself. Here's an one-girl harem. Well, look, honey, you go on over there, meet our panel, and believe me, you have won the full prize tonight, $75. Check each from Bill, Joan, and Carl, and thanks from Swanson for playing the names this set.
Your life.
Righto, now back to our panel for a little accounting. I think you all did pretty darn well tonight. Bill Stern, let's hear your report.
Well, I owe $100 and playing the name's the same, and I sure played the game, but I couldn't get the name.
You did very well, Bill. Joan Alexander, how about you?
I lost $50, and I must impress upon you, Carl. It isn't whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. Good night, everybody.
Oh, good luck to you.
So why don't you play fair?
Carl Reiner, how about you?
Well, I lost $75, and I could have lost only $50, and I'm real sick about it. That's all. Good night. Why don't you let me get Eve? I got her.
Good night, pal. You did fairly well. This ad-libbing has got to go. So long, folks, for C.A. Swanson & Sons, packers of America's best-known brand of canned and frozen poultry. The panel and I will see you again next week on The Name's the Same, which will be brought to you by the makers of Johnson's Wax.
Americans get off on Labor Day.
It's a daytime show, gang.
But there's no rest for the whammy.
Give me all your money!
This Labor Day, GSN salutes the hardest working wham in showbiz. Watch the Press Your Luck Labor Day Marathon, Monday starting at 9 a.m., 8 Central, only on GSN.